just reflections on the final 3 games. You managed to get in the playoffs last year. Being dramatic circumstances, you're going to have to do something similar again this year, aren't you?
Yeah, I mean, we've made it tough for ourselves again, haven't we? I think results have not gone our way the last couple of league games. Credit to our opponents, I guess, as well. But yeah, like last year, we won it on the final game of the season and snuck playoffs. And I think we know, where the standard you have to be at to get into those playoff games, how many points you kind of need, what the baseline is for teams that make the final 8. And so we know where we're at now. We still given ourselves an opportunity. It's just about us executing what we talk about in the week and taking maximum points from these 3 games that are on offer.
That's very much the message: 3 games, 3 wins, and then see where you are.
Yeah, I think so, and I think there's probably no hiding away from that. I think everybody who understands how the table works and how the points work, that's probably what we need to get a spot in the final 8 based on previous years and what that 8th spot has got in on based on their points. So yeah, I don't think we're shying away from that being what we want anyway.
Final home game of the season as well, Dewi. It's quite early this year, obviously, when you've been in South Africa, but it's always a little bit of emotion there with players who are leaving and final game in front of the fans.
Yeah, there's that added bit of motivation, I guess, to send those boys off who are leaving us. Send them off in good stead. And like I said, last game in front of their families in the home stadium. Last game in front of fans who have probably supported them for 10 years plus in some cases. And also last chance for us as a group to send off the boys who we've been shoulder to shoulder with. Some of us since we started at this club. Some who've never left this club and have chosen to stay. So yeah, it's a massive occasion for us, not only as a playing group and coaching group, but also for the fans who have stuck by us throughout the season, throughout the past seasons, and have supported the boys who are leaving throughout their career here. So it's a massive motivational piece for us. Yeah.
Adam Beard, one of those guys you probably looked up to when you were first coming in, and he's one of those guys who perhaps doesn't get the recognition, but all of you players know how important he is, don't they?
Yeah, absolutely. I think especially from my point of view, we work quite closely together, line-out time. I know how important he is to our forward unit, the dominance that we've had over the last couple of years, I suppose, like especially around Maul. His more defence and what he gives us in our line-out attack. But I think also, outside of that, his leadership, the way he leads, his emotion towards the game, towards the group, that's probably the stuff you don't see as much that, we're obviously going to miss. But Petey's been a credit to us, a credit to the Ospreys, a credit to himself and his family, and we wish him all the best for his future endeavours, but it'd be nice to send him off in great fashion this weekend.
Great. And just you, Dewi, person, there's still quite plenty to play for this season, top 8 place, and then there's obviously Wales tours or Lions tours at the end of the season. You've got 3 games left. It seems a very long season, it's never ending, but it keeps going and plenty to play for. Yeah,
of course it does. I mean, like we said, top 8 is our main objective. We know we're looking at probably needing 3 wins from 3 there to secure that for us. So that's our goal. That's our focus. As we said, there's a lot for us to play for in our minds. Nothing's ever out of reach, and I think that's quite evident with the playing group and how we snuck into the playoffs last year and how we've given ourselves a chance to do it again this year.
Thanks, Dewi. Good luck on the weekend, man.
Thank you very much.
Right. Hey, Dave. Simon here, mate. How are you?
Hey, Simon. How are you?
Just one quick one for me. The Dragons, a Philo Tia. I'm a bit of an Ospreys legend back in the day. They obviously did beat the Ospreys first game of the season. What are you expecting from them on Saturday?
Look, we know there's no messing around with them. They come in straight at you. They're a group that are physical. They have a lot of edge around them. A lot of players who will drive physicality in that team, and we know they're probably in a bit of a different place from where they were first game of the season. They beat us. They're always a team that we come up against, and we feel like we're quite equal in terms of what we're going to bring to the game in terms of edge and physicality. And yeah, with Philo behind them, you see a difference in their game, playing a bit deeper. Forwards carrying hard, coming straight at you, challenging you to match them up front. So, we're not expecting anything less than what they've shown already, which is that they're a physical team.
How's the gas in the tank in the squad? Because it's a long old season, isn't it? But I guess you're near the finishing line, but wanting to extend the finishing line. So it's a bit of a funny one, really. Yeah,
I think, a couple of disappointments over the last couple of weeks. Does a bit of both, and it adds fuel to the fire. Gives you probably a fresh outlook on wanting to go again and making sure that we do extend the season. Also dampens the mood sometimes, doesn't it, a little bit, coming off the back of 2 losses. So we've probably gone through a bit of peaks and troughs through the last couple of weeks, but yeah, I think where we understand where we're at and what we need to do to make sure we do extend our season, and that's given us a massive boost in motivation to know what we need to do to put us into that final 8.